Hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Yep,
Hello,
waiting.
Ross.
I think we will wait 1-2 minutes, uh, just to provide the possibility to other participants to join.
Okay, but we're live and we are
Yep, we
recording
are
on
live.
YouTube.
Hello,
Hi,
guys.
everyone.
We have missed you.
And you also missed us. We know it. We see what happened in our chat. So don't worry, we will answer all your questions and tell you about all updates, what will happen, what happened before, some updates, news, some our thoughts about everything, what's going on. Just give us 3 minutes. We will wait for other participants and we could start.
So we're also live on YouTube. We are live on other channels. Ross, please confirm.
Yep. Everything is perfect.
Great. Just meanwhile, we're waiting for others. I just want to start that today we have released our monthly report. If you know, before Stobox used to issue weekly reports, and actually last year we've created more than 50 reports on a weekly basis. But as our team grows and as a number of processes within the company grows, we find it difficult to report on a weekly basis because some of our checkpoints are monthly, and some of them are based on a couple of weeks performance. So we decided to report on a monthly basis, and today we're going to speak about our first monthly report, the report of August. So we're going to share the activities that we went through in August, as well as we will speak about our future and further plans for the month of September. And again, it's very important for us because in September we will close Q3 period, which means that we will report to our investors. We will look and we build the retrospective on our roadmap. A lot of things have been done. Some things are still needs to be working on, still in progress. However, there is a lot of new products and new approaches that we are implementing, and because the industry changes very quickly, so we have to adapt to that change. So that's something that we're gonna share with you guys. Ross, tell me please if we can continue, if everything goes fine, if we're live.
Everything goes fine. We can continue. I just want to mention that we have two phases of this live stream. In the firstly, we will talk about our last months, about the August and the future plans and developments. And after that, we will move to the second stage. We will answer their questions from the community, offline and online. I mean, the questions that were asked before in our Telegram community and and the questions from the live stream.
Perfect. So let me share the screen. And actually, whenever I say hi, so first of all, hi, it's me, Jin JFC of Stobox. We have Ross and Igor here. Ross is the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of Stobox. Igor is the Chief Operating Officer at Stobox Exchange. That's actually the Stobox Exchange is the product that we have a lot of questions about from our community, and we also will be happy to answer them. So let me share the screen and show you the report that we have issued today. It's a Stobox monthly report. It's available on our blog. Ross, can you please share that with our community? It's already live.
Yep.
Just to let you know that we're using Confluence as the internal informational database, and we're storing all of the employees' reports, all of the monthly, weekly reports for every individual person who works. In this case, we kind of track the activity of every individual working within the Stobox, and we can build the metrical system of how we perform. It's very important. We shift to that system quite recently, so this is the first quarter that we are implementing that, and it's a very handy instrument for managing 50 plus people online. And Stobox has already more than 50 people working for us in different sections in tokenization, in exchange, in the tech team. So we're growing, and those tools definitely help us to maintain. So just we start from the very beginning and from the product section. As you know, that one of our main products and something that is already feasible is product dashboard. Stobox dashboard is the SaaS system based on a blockchain that allows management and management of digital security tokens. So you can issue, create, streamline, manage, fundraise. So you can do all sorts of things with security tokens within dashboard. And as the current version, well, we're constantly upgrading that. And as some of you may have seen, our first client is the Mariana Mining Company. They're getting ready. Their STO is getting ready. Soon they will spread the information on that. So meanwhile, we're enhancing on the functionality of the dashboard, and we are signing the contracts with STO clients. So that's a process that's already built. In the report, I will show you the amounts of sales that we have already reached. But that's a standalone SaaS product that's is being demanded on the market. We have already a feeling of how people are interested in the product, and from now on we'll be deploying this software to our clients. So Mariana Mining will be the first company. Again, we have a roadmap on our STOs. We're a bit late on the track, but it's actually it's not because of the Stobox. It's because of the low August and July season. But we'll catch up, and we hopefully will close 8 deals before the end of the year. So 8 companies will be tokenized, or they will be at some point of tokenization within Stobox. So in terms of the updates, what has been done for the dashboard, we are adding multiple offering functionality. So that's something that is quite unique, because some of our clients come and say, listen, guys, we're having several offerings under one hood. We have several opportunities to give to investors, for example, real estate, or different phases of one fundraising, where there's a private section of the fundraising and there's a public. So for that, we need to upgrade to the multiple offering. That's exactly what we do. So our software will allow to fundraise and to manage offerings plural, not just one, which is very important. They also, as you may know, we're very concerned about the design standpoints. So we're working on the bug review and make sure that the products are nice and neat, so our clients are happy from all standpoints, from the visual also. So this is something that we move on. And if you want to see the product, there's two ways how you can do this. So you can either subscribe to a demo, and we are releasing a demo on the Coven network, which is a demo network of Ethereum. It's a test network, so anybody can go and play with the demo. If you're a company, if you are, I mean, we don't give out logins and passwords, but we can go through the product with you if you would like. Or you can go to the dashboard.stobox.io and register for yourself, pass KYC. If you would like to become an investor of Stobox, you can easily do by using the dashboards. That's exactly the same solution that we offer to our clients. It's straightforward, simple, compliant, legally correct, and that's exactly what our clients are waiting for us from the digital securities dashboard standpoint.
And I want to add, sorry
please.
for interrupting, I want to add that we have already updated and released Stobox dashboard 2.0 from the corporate and from the investor environment perspective, and ready to deploy it for our clients prior the Mariana Mining ST launch.
Yes. So just to summarize, there's a quote saying that the dashboard is being deployed for 3 clients launching STO in September. So we have 3 ongoing clients, including Mariana Mining, that has already committed, and dashboards will be deployed as soon as possible for them. Again, there's a lot of information. STO, security token offering, is a big thing, so we should not think of this as a kind of easygoing process, because there's a lot of nuances, and besides technological nuances, there's a lot of like operational human nuances. You have to take care of a lot of small things, and sometimes business owners are not that focused, so it takes time for people to prepare, to understand how the system works. So we spend a bit of more time than we expected with our clients on that, but again, that's a perfect knowledge we have to gain before we can streamline those operations on a global scale. So that's something that we want to share about the dashboard. It goes well. Again, you can see it, and the other part of the dashboard, which is a swap, that's something that we're going to speak separately about. That's a secondary market for securities, and this is something where we have definitely got some surprises. The second project that we focus on, and you know that, is the crypto exchange. I know that there are some questions about the focus on the exchange, and I will answer them on the second part of this video. But let me just summarize what has been done so far with the crypto exchange. So now is the only 0.6 version, which means that it's a beta version. So we're still working on the bugs. We're still working on the several important issues, and one of the very and main important issue is the access to liquidity providers, because we at Stobox, we don't have infinite liquidity, so we have to connect to centralized liquidity providers to be able to provide the exchange service for our clients. That's something that we work on, and I know that in our community we have shared the roadmap on August and on a bit of September in respect to crypto exchange. This roadmap has been altered. We're still waiting from our tech team the final look of that, but we have changed the priorities because we're still have some constraints with liquidity providers, but at the same time, we have more time in kind of in working in other aspects, such as localization. So just for you to know that as most of our company and team members from Ukraine, and we're assisting in some sort of we're assisting government of Ukraine in respect to digital assets and tokenization. We have made the decision to file for the digital assets license in Ukraine. The legislation is to be enforced in this autumn, so we definitely will be one of first companies that seek to be regulated in Ukraine. And Ukraine is considered to be a top 10 country in the world by the amount of crypto activity, and
the second in the world.
The second in the world, but I mean, figures jump. So just we make sure that those this demand can be captured by Stobox products. And this is one thing. The second important aspect that we work on the Stobox Exchange. Sorry, somebody clicks me. Yeah. Within the Stobox Exchange, sorry, somebody's pinging me.
We can see you.
I know. I just want to switch off. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So besides the liquidity, besides the fact that we are applying for a license in Ukraine, I just want to remind you one important thing, that Stobox's main focus is tokenization, and our main clients and our paying customers are businesses. And today our sales team and kind of our pipeline, we absorb a lot of information about digital transformation of different companies. Those companies have never been to the crypto arena before. Some of them have never touched crypto assets before. But a lot of businesses, they seek benefits that come from the crypto world. And those benefits have to be digested by their businesses in some sort or another. Tokenization and tokenization of securities is a one way of how businesses can benefit crypto. But another way is payments, is managing their crypto, issuing their utility tokens, providing different and new and updated business models based on crypto. And that's something where they seek professional advice. And this is something where we come into play. And this is exactly why we need Stobox Exchange, because for those companies, they're not looking for issuing token in order to list them on Binance or Huobi or tier 1 exchanges. For them, it's a different new world. They don't even have that demand. But what they have is that they need a compliance space to be able to issue their tokens, spread the information, get their users buy and sell. So that's something which is more kind of more local, more in a sense that they touch one provider and provider helps them solving different problems, including exchange of digital assets. So we never thought of building a second Binance. We see the potential, and we more we go, actually more we see that we're right in terms of the accent on the crypto exchange, because just imagine, and this is a real life example, that one of our potential clients is the football company. Actually, it's the company that builds the platforms for football players. And fundraising for football players could be a game changer for a lot of teams around the world. And the utility token, which can be implemented, could be very much demanded between the fans of those players. So working with such companies would allow us to list those utility tokens on our exchange at the better fees, and in accordance to the full service provision for that company. So our client would not have to go and list this token somewhere else, but rather list it with us, because we take them by hand and follow on every stage of their development within the crypto kind of crypto activity. And this is very important to understand, because our goal is not to compete. Our goal is to provide the service for the demand, to meet the demand of our clients that we build pipelines on. Again, current version is 0.6. There's a lot of things that that you don't see at the exchange yet. We believe that in September we will finalize the access to liquidity provision. So it means that we will open the full trading on the full pairs. We have a list of desirable assets that you guys sent to us. Thanks to our support, that we have already collected certain digital assets that you would like to see on the platform. However, we will kind of reassemble that list, and I hope that kind of the full pairs will be available to our users within 3 to 5 weeks, again within September, hopefully. And again, we are going to be we are getting localized, so Ukrainian will be the first language. The second market that we are starting to tackle and will be tackling is Vietnamese. I know that we have a lot of people from different other communities, Arab communities, Turkish community, but from a business standpoint, we have done some research, or a lot of research, to say that Ukraine and Vietnam will be the first countries where we will provide our services, besides the registrations that are coming kind of natively and genuinely on the Stobox Exchange. So that's something I wanted to let you know about our activity within Stobox. And our friend Rido, I remember, thank you for being with us. I remember your picture of the roadmap. Again, it will be refactored, and it is refactored, and it will be sent and updated very much soon. So a lot of things that was there have been done. Some of them have been postponed. Some of them that we're working on currently. Ross, Igor, you have any questions? Jans, please.
I just want to add, Gene, about some points about the exchange, because as you mentioned before, we have current version of 0.6.0, and just want to remind community what does it mean for community and for us also. Quick update. So as you know, before we had a referral code instead of referral links. So now you could register via your referral link and get your friends and to go our exchange. And this is one point. The second point is that you could add a trading pair to favorites. We also implemented KYC level 0.3. It means that you could update proof of address. Now we provide display 24-hour change in quick balance on trading page. Also, as I remember, we provide the possibility to register users from the Stobox products and from Stobox.io and others. So this is a quick update about the 0.6.0. Also want to want to let you know that, as Jin mentioned before, we now focusing on Vietnamese market. As you know, Vietnamese now is the #1 of crypto, and Ukraine, thanks to then statistics, then health, Ukraine is #4 now. So this is two market, means Ukraine and Vietnam will be on our focus now. And who knows when Vietnamese community join to us, what will happen with our chart. So this is just quick quick benefit for you who are watching us. What else? Liquidity providers, of course, is very important things for us. Without liquidity, we couldn't start normal main launch with our exchange, but hope in this or second week it will be implemented and you could start journey, this beautiful journey with us. And Jean mentioned probably tell everything about exchange before. Maybe Ross, you could add something from your side.
I think we will answer the most of the questions regarding the L2 DS swap developing in a few minutes, but I want to add that we have done, from my perspective, we have done a big step regarding the working with our clients and our clients' relations, because we are optimizing and tuning all the sales processes and deliveries processes of tokenization. Because as you know, we are doing the STO from scratch. So through the consulting stage, legal stage, technical stage, and then marketing. And very important for us is to have the right timelines and to optimize the process so we can do our researches and our delivery of our reports, consulting reports, legal reports very smoothly and quick. That's why currently we developed a full realistic timelines and optimize and creating currently their educational space for our employees to combine and to collect all zones of the research that we have done in the last 3 years. And it is currently a very important step in our company, because after that, all, as Jin mentioned, 50 employees will have the possibility to educate them of the tokenization industry. And we, as a founders and management team, can share our vision and our insights with the team. And this educational center for our employees will have a big effort to their timelines of the STO for our clients and of the understanding of the nuances in this very unique niche.
Thank you, Ross. Definitely we move on with the processes. And again, our goal is to provide tokenization and access to the tokenization of securities and assets, and basically from scratch to the product stage. And that's exactly what we're doing so far. Let me move on.
Last point,
okay.
And we're moving on to the questions from the community. And I want to end that
not yet.
Okay, that we are very in active phase of our fundraising of STBX, of Stobox tokenized shares. And I can share with you that we are currently communicating with 3 funds from US and wealth individuals. And we are planning and we are looking, it would be perfect if we can close our round in September, October this year, because currently we see a big boom on STO market and big interest from the client's perspective and from the investors to participate in such as offering of the private companies. of the private companies. So it is great opportunity for the investors and for the funds to enter the market, because once will, and it is very great news for our existing STBX holders and Stobox investors, that once we will close our small bridge round that we mentioned, after that we will do our second round in very different, higher valuation, and it will have a big impact, of course, of the price per share.
Perfect. Thank you. I just want to add one thing about exchange. I forget to tell you. We also plan, probably by the end of this month, to add some top pairs in our exchange. And besides it, once we add liquidity provide and list assets, we are also planning to launch series of users engagement activities such as trading competition, lotteries, and etc. So I saw that someone asking about this type of activities. Yes, it will be probably of the beginning of the next month, probably by the end of this month. So this is what I wanted to add.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We'll definitely let know our community. Just before we move on to the DeFi hot topics, just to summarize, because that's something that that is really interesting about Stobox, is that in August we have closed 4 deals. And again, when Ross says about our own fundraising, we deliberately cut the amount that we fundraise by 2. We were initially thought of and created around for $1 million for the valuation of 10, but we have decided to. The board has decided to drop that, and we will be raising only half of that amount, just at this stage, to make sure STO works and to kind of meet demand of our first investors. And once we finish that, we have series of activities planned. So besides DeFi that I'm gonna speak about in a second, we have 3 conferences, actually 4 conferences that we will take place in. There will be 2 conferences in Dubai in October, in mid-October and close to the end of October. So we will be the active participants of these conferences, and I think that our presence will gain additional exposure for Stobox and additional clients and additional recognition for both Stobox services and Stobox token, STBU. That will be in October this year. At the end of October, we will be taking place in and taking action in Crypto Valley conference regarding tokenized securities in Switzerland. So we will be speakers, and we will play an active part in that conference as the provider of such services. And the last, but definitely not the least, is that we are hosting our second digital investment conference. Last year we held the first one, where we gathered great people around the world, great professionals working in tokenized securities, assets, digital assets, so in also the crypto world. So we'll be hosting a second conference. We will let people know about that. We will have a lot of guests this year. We will have a lot of clients this year. We will have a lot of engagement this year. So definitely the look of Stobox and from the investors' eyes will hopefully be getting better and better. There is no rush for us. We're selling our services at the Q3 once we create and finalize our financial report. we already know that our tokenization part of the business is already becoming profitable. So we're not only revenue generating, we are income generating company in respect to tokenization services. It's definitely, it's not the only services that Stobox works with, because we have a DeFi section, we have exchange, we have other interests in crypto. But from the tokenization standpoint, we are, and this is exactly where investors' money go to. We're trying to, and we're creating that income positive from, hopefully from this year, and on. Again, just to summarize, we have 4 closed deals for security tokens. 3 of them are from investment funds, 1 of them from real estate company. And again, if you would like to find out more about the shares of Stobox Technologies, go dashboard.stobox.io, register. We don't send our documentation without you passing KYC. So please pass KYC, so we know that you're a decent person from the proof of humanity standpoint. And once that is done, you can see our reports and become part of Stobox. Just again, before we go next, I just want to summarize that we're working on the marketing campaigns to attract STO clients. We're refactoring presentation and sales materials, which are very important because we believe that there definitely should be some updates from the last version that we created 3 months ago. We're refactoring tokenomics. I'm gonna speak on that in a second. We have a lot of ongoing business development, and with different blockchains, different companies, and that takes time. But we are also playing active role in the business development arena. Setting up optimized legal structure, again, that's a process that we are currently working on. From the tax standpoint, from the company standpoint, we need to set up a proper legal structure to make sure that us and our investors are on the safe boat. So that's exactly what's going on at the moment. Setting up crypto activities and updating the roadmap for Q4. So that's something that we wanted to share with you outside the DeFi part, and that's if you guys, Ross, Igor, if you have anything to add, let me know. Otherwise,
let's rush because we have 21 minutes left.
Okay.
We need to answer all of the questions, so I think we have their maximum time of two minutes per questions will be perfect.
Okay, so let's go to the most important thing, and I think that's something that community.
Please stop your sharing your screen.
I exactly share. Okay, let me stop sharing the screen. Okay, so L2. Stobox builds L2. Stobox works on level 2 technology and level 2 blockchain. That's a great shift for us, and that's a great impact for us. So the implication is the following. As you may know, that Securities and Exchange Commission and different regulators are starting to look at the DeFi space. Like it or not, DeFi is the subject and will be subject to regulation. How, we still don't know. But we are definitely sure that the transactions that are going through DeFi protocols will be a matter of anti-money laundering policies. And this is subject that most players like Uniswap or pancakeswap or so on have to adopt. How they will adopt to that issues, we have no ideas. Actually, we do have, but it's outside the scope of this call. So what we decided to do, and from the regulation standpoint, from the commission standpoint, from the speed standpoint, is we basically take the proof of stake node of Ethereum, we alter that, we make certain changes, and we deploy our own network, which is a parachain of Ethereum. So it's built on top of Ethereum as a level 2. But in this case, Stobox token becomes mineable. And that's we answer several questions at once. So regarding the tokenomics, we don't have the concrete numbers in the tokenomics at this point, because it's not linear any longer. We have to understand how proof of stake concept will work with Stobox. We now need to understand that the commissions that our customers will pay on the L2 will not be in Ethereum, they will be in Stobox tokens. We perfectly understand that staking activities and the activities that we already currently have on the L1 layers could be changed and will be changed and will be altered to L2 mode. We definitely will be using swap technology on our L2. We definitely, because we, again, remember, we said in the beginning that the secondary trading of security tokens is basically impossible if you do not comply with the regulations of securities. So what we did, we embed those regulations into the protocol and make sure that if you buy and sell securities on the secondary market, you are allowed to do so. So there is a certain legal system besides the swap. So what we're doing is that we're implementing the existing technology. We're adding our own smart contracts, customized and opt for digital securities and not only for crypto. And then we implement that on our L2 chain. That's something that we have already started. I know that there's a number of companies that fundraise on something like this, millions of dollars. And they go out and they say, we're going to be the first DAX for digital for security tokens, and they fundraise 2 million from the market. They sell tokens. We're basically doing it like from our internal resources. So we don't fundraise for that. We just see the demand, and we see that there's only way how we can benefit from the as a product company, and how our clients can benefit tokenizing with us, is not shift them to Ethereum and not just be able to provide bridges to Elrond and to Solana as a potential good established fast and reliable blockchains, but also to create our own network L2, where we will be able to to minimize the legal risks in the beginning. And this is something very important, because tokenizing on third-party networks may have certain implications from a legal standpoint, and we don't want to create those ifs with our clients. So that is why we go to Stobox L2 blockchain. And this is a great thing that we're happy to announce. Ross, yes. I see that you want to add something.
Yeah, thank you, Gene. I want to add that we get the questions from the Naomi, I think, during this live stream regarding L2, and I think you have already answered it. So as I understand, the DSSwap will mostly work like a Uniswap. In DSSwap, can anyone participate in the liquidity pool, or only companies can provide liquidity?
That's a good question. We don't have it. We don't have this yet. But what we definitely know is that anonymous provision of liquidity is something that we would avoid.
Okay.
because again, at some point of the development, regulators will look at this, and it will create certain challenges for us. So we're not trying to compete with Uniswap or Solana. We're not trying to to fork and to be as like others. We see our own vision, and we enforce our own vision. We see that, again, for digital securities, for such things, you need to have AMLs, and we will implement AML and KYC technologies, not for all of us, but for the companies, for people who believe that that's the true way. And this is exactly where we see our market.
Okay, thank you, Jean, for your detailed answer. So moving forward, the second question is from Hidden. How much money does a new project need to get to tokenize their project? And from what amount the retail can participate in the tokenized project? So in what way is the STO market interesting for a small retail investor? So first of all, the price of the offering with Stobox is around from 30 to 60K United States dollars, and it includes the consulting stage, the consulting report, where we analyzed what jurisdictions fit best, what is the potential pitfalls, what is the regulations, what is the roadmap of the projects, and the company can avoid additional risks. And also we help companies with legal management of their offering, from the drafting and preparing the PPMs, private placement memorandums, security token purchase agreements, privacy notice, etc. So all legal necessary documentation that is needed to be done during their STO. And also we're providing a tech. And also the pricing depends on the amount of the offering and of their company side. So for example, if you raising $1 million, you have, for example, in Europe, exemptions that your private placement memorandum is not necessarily need to be registered in their regulator authorities. When you're raising, for example, $50 million, it is completely different picture, and you need to have their additional regulatory nuances, and it takes time and it costs money. And also it depends on the size of the company. For example, if you're small enterprise, small SME, small medium enterprise, or you are a startup, it is one of the way how you can conduct your STO. But if you are a company with 5,000 investors and you have already the turnover of $3 million and you have 100 employees, so you have a big company, a lot of reporting documents, it takes time to analyze all the nuances and to prepare all the documents. So the answer is, regarding the prices, to sum up, it is around 30 and 60K dollars, depends on the amount of the offering and the company size. Regarding their advantages for their retail investors, retail public investors, first of all, it is a possibility to participate in the offering of the private company, and it is a game changer that nowadays retail investors can participate in the legal offering, legal compliant offering of the private companies completely online, without additional meetings in physical board, etc. So we are opening a $1 trillion market of the private companies that have their own business model and that can be very interesting for the investors from their business model perspective and from the revenue and profit share. So in this way, it is very beneficial for the company to attract funds and with better valuation, and for investors to participate in private company and then have the liquidity of their securities that can be traded through our, for example, future DSwap.
And it's more
have to
than
respect
IDO, ICO, IEO, and etc., etc., etc.
Yep.
Yes.
So I have answered the question. So moving to the third one.
Let's move to the next question. The third question, as I can see in my list, it comes from Zeus, Game Hunter. The guy asks that he's the part of the polymath community for a number of years, and he's wondering what we're gonna do with our own network. And again, our previous quote answers that. So we're not going to create our own protocol like ERC-EOS STBC 1400. But we will implement the L2 blockchain just to move to proof of stake, to benefit from DeFi activities and to reduce dependencies and costs for our clients. So we went towards that approach. Let's again move on. Let's respect time. We still have a list of questions to answer. We have a question from our mate Vic. He asked, "What does Stobox for projects like Elrond?" Guys, Elrond is a blockchain, and we have spoken to them, and guys are doing great. We see a number of great blockchains rising, like Elrond and Algorand. So we perfectly understand how they work and how they operate. We definitely will not be keen in spending our resources just for the sake of it, in order to integrate or in order to work on this network. But what we definitely have in mind is that if our clients would like to tokenize on non-Ethereum blockchains like Algorand, like Elrond, then there could be some risks with that. But nevertheless, if risks are taken care of, we will be happy to provide the service on that blockchains. So we'll be happy to shift our compliant smart contract system that we have developed on Ethereum. We can change and alter that to Elrond or Algorand and so on.
Yep.
And then in this case, that could be a chemistry. So that's that hopefully answers your question.
Yep. Thank you, Jim.
The next question is
Yep, the next questions I will be answered. Guys, I remind you, if you have any additional questions, you have the possibility to ask it online and we will answer them. And also, if these questions will be interesting, you have a chance to win 500 STBU. Moving forward, the next question is, can US citizens trade STBU? Unfortunately, US citizens currently cannot trade the STBU due to their local regulation. And as you know, SEC is very difficult authorities that take care of all of the investors from the US. And that's why for example, US citizens, professional investors from the US can participate in our tokenized securities of our US companies, but unfortunately not our utility token. The next question is from Kila, Kila, any buybacks are planned? So we are planning to burn STBU from the commissions once we will release a full version of the Stobox Exchange. That will be soon. I think in the end of the September and around September, October. And also, I want to remind you that we have bought from the market 5 million STBU tokens prior the beta launch of the Stobox Exchange. So, yep. So to sum up, buybacks are planned and already done, and will be in the future. Moving on, the next questions, Jean, please answer.
Yes.
Question 7.
The question the question from Vic, and that's something that I have already answered in the beginning. He asks, what is the selling point of Stobox Exchange if there's other exchanges with hundreds of coins? And this is in this question we have the answer, because we don't seek exchanges with 100 coins. We are creating a compliant environment where our clients can list their tokens and can be happy about their listing. So again, if you have ever listed a token on the third-party exchanges, you probably know that there is besides of the marketing activities, you have to be successful from the EIO or ICO, whatever, unless you go DAX. Then you have to maintain with the market making. You have problems of delisting. You have to control spreads. So there's a lot of activity that you have to do as a business to maintain utility token. And to get that specialization or to get that knowledge, you have to have a special department in the company saying that we will do that for your physical business. And that's exactly the problem, because most of the businesses don't have that knowledge. And for them, listing the token, regardless in Binance or in Probit on Gate.io, that's a serious issue. And when they contact us and we help them from the tokenization part, we see the possibility of them having utility token. So we say, okay, guys, you don't need to go outside the market. You can stay with Stobox and you can still implement your utility token. And your investors, your company token owners or your company users will be using Stobox Exchange as the primary exchange place for your token, rather than go somewhere else. And that's exactly what makes our clients happy. So again, we're not going towards many tokens, but rather limit those tokens to a good number of decent project lists. So I hope that answers your question. Let me quickly dive to the second one about the tokenomics. Again, Vic asked, what about the new tokenomics and what it will be announced, when it will be announced? Guys, it will be announced, I hope, in September with the new proof of stake model. Again, where we'll be start shifting towards the L2. Stobox token will become mineable. Just look, just step back and look at the current price and at the current position of Stobox. We're getting traction, real traction in many activities, including tokenization and dashboard. We're moving towards the regulation in Ukraine. We have our token at the minimum possible price, or I can't say possible, but again, the prices are really, really down. However, the whole market, moves on. So for us, it's kind of we see the capacity behind that. I personally feel that there's so much room for growth once we update tokenomics, and regardless what happens at the moment. I think that if you multiply and look at the valuation of Stobox at the moment, we are still very much undervalued. And again, that's fine for our early investors, because as our vision, and again, as we created certain promises. We believe that Stobox token will be axing, will be very much axing. I can't tell you much when, but we do deliver, and once there'll be more organic demand, and I know that L2 will create, and proof of stake model will create a lot of demand for STBU tokens, and once they become mineable and burnable, so that system will be placed within the tokenomics very, very much soon. And I know that we will gain our returns at some point. I can't say much, about the price expectations, but I think there's very much potential from what I see at the moment.
Yep,
We have one more question from online. Guys.
Yep,
from
I see.
Prince or Gabi?
Yeah, from Prince, yes. How about the enlisting on the pancakeswap and enabling withdrawal on Binance Smart Chain network for the centralized exchanges?
Guys, look, if you do something, it means that you don't you don't have your focus on other things. And we decided to focus on our L2. I personally believe that that Binance and the for Stobox, there should be their own way. I doubt that we should spend resources, and we thought about that. I doubt that we should spend resources in building something on the Binance L1 chain and jeopardize those resources. Not to build our own L2. So we said, okay, let's move on from the current activities, because we thought of. People say, guys, let's move to Solana, let's move to Elrond, let's build that bridge, but that's outside the focus. That's something that community would like us, to have, but there's no value. What we do is something that we definitely see value behind, an L2 backed by our proof of stake owners, and those will be the companies that seek tokenization. And we will let know more on that quite soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep, thank you, Jean. And the last questions for today, it is the questions from the Luke from Dubai, our close-up community member. And this is question about their STBU sold out. The Luke see that some wallets on blockchain are selling STBU. So it will be great if we can clarify these things and answer to the Luke.
Yeah, let me frame it the following. We've started. The token has been issued in the beginning of September, and from that period, we have contacted and we have dealt with different market agencies, influencers, some of our fellow influencers get kind of motivated with Stobox token, and there's industry standards behind that, and we are we're motivating and our marketers and people who actually focus on and play a certain marketing role for Stobox token. So sometimes they are not waiting for the token to be at the price of $1, and they decided to sell it at the price of 5 cents. I don't think that should be an issue. I think I'm personally happy with that, because more people selling at this point, more capacity we will have, less of the selling pressure we'll have at the highs. We as Stobox as Ron's mentioned, we deliberately bought out up to 5 million of STBUs at the price of 10 cents, and a bit in the range of from 7 cents to 10 cents. But nevertheless, the price keep on moving down because some of the sales has been unlocked. Some that have, are triggered now, but the arrangements for them have been made several quarters ago. So again, but this is something that will definitely will change, and it will change with the economics, with the tokenomics. I can't say much because I still don't have all the answers about the tokenomics. But once Stobox token will be mineable, it would imply that the current capacity or the current amount of token will be somehow locked on the Ethereum blockchain or burned. So to minimize the supply and to maximize the demand once the whole vehicle of L2 will come into play. So we definitely work on the same side. It's very important that we are on the same boat with our community, with our investors. The last thing that we want to see is you guys disappointed. The last thing that we want to see is build products that nobody uses. And most of these things that we don't happen. So we deliver and we work on the products and technologies, and we are sure that Stobox token will be appraised and will be subject to a high demand once we get on track. So there's three things that we have to get on track. So first of all is the dashboard, because more people seek tokenization, more STBU will be used in the processes. So there will be more pressure on that. The second is the Stobox Exchange. I know we had plans on in July to launch and to already start kind of burning STBU from operations, but we're not that far yet. We haven't done that. I mean, we haven't achieved that yet. No worries. We will achieve that not in Q3, but in Q4. I know, but sometimes we have to plan accordingly. That's nothing critical happens. So we will create the demand from the Stobox Exchange and make sure STBU token gets valued within this infrastructure. And the last that we are spreading the word around is the L2, and on top of L2 we're bringing the DeFi mechanics. So you will be able to have a compound, so where you can collateralize your security tokens. So there's a lot of DeFi things that you can be doing with Stobox L2, and that would create an absolute demand for the mineable proof of stake L2 Stobox token. So that's something that we wanted to share with you, to report to you. We are very thankful that you're guys with us. You follow us. We move on with our everyday work. And Jans, please, your final words for today.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for joining Stobox. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Jean, for your detailed answer. And we will continue publishing our monthly reports like today, like in August. And we'll continue to report to you of the company developments and new nuances. And it will be great if you can join our next live sessions, ask us any questions that are answered. And as you see, all the questions from the community and that were asked during the live streams are answered. So we're trying to be very transparent and happy to add you to the live stream as well. If you want to ask our questions face to face, it is no problem, and an opportunity as well. So thank you for your participation.
Thank you guys.
The last thing, sorry, Igor. The last thing, sorry, man. The last thing I want to add: if you want to kind of be on the safer boat if crypto is too risky, is too roller coaster for you. We have a security token, so it's a share of our company that's being represented in a tokenized form. Dashboard.stobox.io. Go pass the KYC once you were happy that with the proof of humanity. Then you can become as an investor on Stobox, and we were speaking to very unique and very interesting funds and guys around the world from the fintech and crypto perspective, and I think that definitely is a good thing. So I'm not a financial advisor, but that's our company. Something we can promise from us. So we're not promoting third-party securities, but definitely invest in Stobox. Yeah, Igor.
Yeah, I just want to add to one important thing, that we were focusing on API on August. So now our API is almost done, and hope soon we will list on the most important aggregators, such CoinGecko, CoinRanking, CoinMarketCap, and etc. Just for your knowing, some insights for you. Hope it will help you in your daily journey with all cryptos. So that's all from my side. Thank you guys for participation. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for asking questions, and hope we'll see you on the next live session. We're also waiting for new questions in our Telegram. Arvik will collect all questions. So want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, and we stay in touch. Thank you, gents.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.